Yo guys, hello and welcome back to episode 14 of the Red Bull Academy career mode here for the sprint race at Zandvoort. If you did miss the last episode out at the Hungaroring, go and check that out if you did miss it. But yeah, unfortunately was on a bit of a time crunch while filming this, so we're going to be skipping qualifying for both sessions. Going to be straight into who the race is here, and it's 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go from the back of the grid. Down into turn 1, going to go down the inside, wasting no time trying to get through some of these slower runners. Feel good around this track. Filmed this on the same day that I did my team career mode in the Minardi. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out either, it's a must watch. Go and check that out. But yeah, unfortunately, a bit of a time crunch filming this video, so I chose not to do qualifying. I felt pretty strong around here anyway. So yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of overtakes on the board and yeah, progress in this race. Pretty good start up into P17, going to go down the inside straight away of our teammate Arvid Lindblad. Very lucky to not run into the back of Ollie Behrman there. And yeah, up into P16, Lindblad's still floating down the inside, but we're not going to have that. We're going to try and get the power down. Lindblad trying to get us back though, but we're going to have the inside line and get the position done. Slotting in behind the Haas man ahead. His teammate Esteban Ocon also ahead of him. There's a bit of a variety on tyres at the moment. A lot of people on hards, a lot of people on mediums. Hopefully we will have the better tyres towards the end of the Grand Prix. And yeah, start lap 2. We're going to have a little look down the inside of Ollie Behrman. Are we? No, we're not. Not quite close enough. But yeah, car feels good around here, just like it did in the My Team career mode. This car is probably a little bit better than my Team car as we go up the inside of Behrman on the banking corner there. Yeah, up into P15 already, so really good start in this Grand Prix. We're going to move straight on to the start of lap 3, taking that nice wide line on the banking to hopefully get a good run on his teammate Esteban Ocon. Going to get the battery on. We're going to go around the outside just before the long right-hander here. Ocon hangs it round the outside. Really good there, but just unfortunately for him, he gets on the outside curve there and unsettles the car, and we move up into P14. Fernando Alonso ahead of us now. Going to try and get him as soon as possible. We're going to come on to the end of lap 3. Alonso doesn't get the best exit off the final corner, puts the battery on though. He's going to go on the attack of Pierre Gasly. So we're going to go right round the outside of the pair of them and get 2 positions in 1. A little bit distracted on the exit as we pick up a track limits warning, but no problems there. We're up into P12. So making really good progress in this sprint race. And yeah, no complaints from me. Valtteri Bottas up next in the Cadillac as we get a yellow flag in sector 2 as someone, I think, has a little half spin or a little spin. Yellow flag, so we don't really want to get a penalty for overtaking under yellow, so we go really wide, let Bottas in that back through. We're going to have a little look down the inside of Bottas into the next corner anyway, getting another track limits warning. Not ideal there. Bottas does get the place back briefly, but he's in a slower car. We're just going to be a bit cheeky on that and take it. Up into P11 now. Obviously only points scored to P8 in this race, so we still have to make up a few more positions if we want any points in this sprint race. We've got Isaac Hadjar up ahead. Obviously we want that position more than anyone else on the grid. Hopefully for next season, talks are going well with the Red Bull boys. So yeah, can we get him as soon as possible? Towards the end of sector 1 on lap 8, we're going to go round the outside of Hadjar just before the long right-hander. We'll go a little bit wide, which invites Hadjar to go back down the inside, but we hold the position nicely. Alex Albon and Lewis Hamilton up ahead, and that is the 1 championship point that Lewis Hamilton has right now that we desperately want in this race. Going to take the high line again and go nicely round the outside of Alex Albon. A little bit of contact there on the exit as the AI like to aggressively go towards the racing line, but no problems there. We get the position. And now the end of lap 9, we're right on the back of Lewis Hamilton again. Going to be burning down into turn 1. We're going to look to the inside. He goes defensive, so we're going to launch it down the outside again. We go really deep into the corner. Lewis Hamilton holds the position, but he gets a poor exit, and we just go around the outside yet again. So we're up into the points here. Very nice. With a few laps to go as well. And yeah, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc up ahead. Looking very unlikely that we should be able to get them as Pierre Gasly retires from the Grand Prix. But you never know. You can't give up in these Grand Prix because anything can happen. As we get a yellow flag into turn 1 and Charles Leclerc has spun. And that's going to gift us P7 in this Grand Prix and an extra point. Yeah, the AI love to spin at that corner, but Max Verstappen's going to win his home Grand Prix, the sprint race anyway, and we're going to come across the line from the back of the grid to P7. So that's good, positive signs for the main race.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So yeah, a really good start to the weekend here at Zandvoort. Getting a few points from the back of the grid, cannot complain. But like I said at the start of the video, let's get straight into the race.
So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen starts on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Antonelli, Piastri, Charles Leclerc and Hadjar, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell and Alex Albon, Perez, Alonso, Valtteri Bottas and Behrman, Colapinto, Hülkenberg, Arvid Lindblad and Lance Stroll, Bortoletto, Ocon, Gasly and Richards. And now it's time to head down to the track. So I'm sure there'll be plenty to...
Okay, we might be at the back of the grid and it's not the best place to start, but keep your chin up and push hard. It's Formula One. Anything can happen.
So fortunately for us, in this Red Bull Academy career mode, we can actually change which tyre we want to start on, unlike my Minardi My Team career mode episode. So we will be starting from the medium tyres, probably going to the hards and then the softs towards the end of the Grand Prix. But yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. It's 5 red lights here for the feature race at Zandvoort, and it's lights out and away we go. Decent launch off the grid on the slightly harder compounder tyres. We're going to try and force our way to the outside so we can swoop around the outside into turn 1. We're going to gain multiple positions here, as we're actually 3 wide with our teammate Annika Hülkenberg. Need to leave plenty of room on the apex. Fortunately, no contact there. Still side by side with our teammate as he gets a good run around the outside. We're going to try and get this position back straight away though, and we do. Right behind Franco Colapinto. We're going to look to the outside of the Alpine into the long right-hander there, but he fortunately has the better line. And yeah, we're going to have to slot back in for now. But that is not for long, because we're going to dive straight down the inside of him again. A lot of these guys are on the soft tyres, so it's going to be really good for them initially, but a few laps in we should have the advantage on these medium tyres, so we might have to be a little bit more patient in this Grand Prix. But yeah, we're going to be filtering in behind Ollie Behrman again in this race. Valtteri Bottas ahead of him as well in the Cadillac, so good start from him. But yeah, up into P15 now. As you saw in the sprint race, there's still plenty of potential to gain positions, and gain positions we are. We're going to go straight up the inside of Ollie Behrman. He burns towards the end of the straight, but we're still going to send it down the inside into turn 1. And yeah, picking up P14 at the start of lap 2. A lap later now, and we have both of the Cadillacs ahead of us, so hopefully we can dispatch them nice and quickly on the boost, down the inside into the long right again. Picking up the place from Valtteri Bottas. Tries to hang around the outside again, but we have the inside line and get the job done. And unfortunately, a lap later, we are going to get Sergio Perez in the exact same way. Putting on the boost, a little bit less battery than last time, unfortunately, but we managed to make the move stick. Again, he hangs around the outside, but We squeeze him out a little bit and get the position up into P12 now. Good opening stages of this Grand Prix. Start lap 5 now, and we've got 4 cars side by side into turn 1, 2 abreast. Albon squeezes out Hamilton onto the exit curb, which unsettles his car a little bit. But he manages to hold the position, so we set the high line and we're going to go round the outside of Alex Albon. No little weird movement from the AI there, so really good up into P11 now. And then fortunately at the end of the lap, we're going to be in the slipstream of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's going to go to the inside of Russell. We're going to have a little look around the outside. We just about squeeze our car around the outside of the Mercedes man there. Managed to get the superior traction. The soft tyres are clearly starting to come apart in this Grand Prix, and our medium tyres are starting to work a little bit more. And yeah, we're going to get straight on the boost. Try and get Lewis Hamilton. He is on the hard tyres, so he is on the better tyres for this race. We're going to go down the inside, dip a wheel on the grass, and we're going to get past him into P9. Perfect move for us there, as the engineer actually wants us to stay ahead of him just as we get past. But yeah, Fernando Alonso up next. Start of lap 7, we're going to look to the inside, go to the outside again. We really like the outside around this corner. And yeah, a little bit squirmy on the exit, but we managed to get into P8. So yeah, we're just making positions up in this Grand Prix lap by lap. A little bit of a gap now to Isaac Hadjar and the lights ahead. But yeah, start lap 12, they all start to pit. We gamble another lap. Our front left is on the verge of blowing up as our teammate pits on that lap. But yeah, very front left limited around here. Having to look after it a little bit. And yeah, Hamilton is obviously on them hard tyres. He's looking good. He's trying to come back at us, but we hold him off for now. And yeah, like I said, these tyres are not ideal at this point. Coming through the final corner, currently in P2. And we're going to box at the end of this lap. Judging at the pit lane fairly well. It's a bit of a horrible pit entry there, but yeah, hoping for a good stop from the boys. And it is 2.4 seconds. Lovely stuff. Coming out of the pit lane, accidentally crossed the white line, but we come out with Sergio Perez right there on our outside, and we managed to get the position straight away. Shoots back up the inside and makes a little bit of contact on the exit there. We get the position straight away. Fernando Alonso very slow, so we're going to go down the inside of him as well. Gabriel Bortoleto kind of just cuts us off there, just taking the race in line, but the pace we have on these tyres straight away as we get another track limit warning on this outlap. But yeah, looking to pick these positions up as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get, well, it's a slight overcut on the guys around us at the time, but yeah, we need to make the most of these fresh tyres while we can. So we're going to go down the inside of Bortoleto into the final sector. Nice move back up into P11. Russell ahead on the softs, Albon the mediums, they're fighting into the final corner, and it becomes the middle of lap 15, and Russell and Albon are still fighting. We've managed to catch up to the back of them. Gonna go dive down the inside of George Russell while he's behind of Alex Albon. A really opportunistic move there from the Racing Bulls man. And yeah, we get the position nicely. Coming towards start of lap 17 now in the slipstream of Alex Albon. We're going to do the exact same. Feint to the inside, go to the outside of turn 1. Get the move done nice and early. We actually are able to take the race in line as Charles Leclerc and Hadjar are up ahead. Leclerc just coming out of the pit lane. Unfortunately for him, stuck behind Hadjar, but that doesn't last long. He gets past. And then start of lap 18, we managed to go around the outside of the Red Bull man, give him a little squeeze to the apex, just to show him who's boss. But yeah, up into P7, good position so far, currently where we finish in the sprint race. And yeah, we still have to make another stop, but yeah, this race is going very nicely indeed. Back up into P2 as the others box at the start of lap 23. So yeah, no complaints from this race. Got really decent pace as we think about boxing that lap, as the front left at the start of lap 27 is not exactly ideal as we actually assume the race lead as Leclerc pits off them soft tyres. But yeah, we're trying to stretch these tyres as far as they can go. We've only got a set of soft tyres for the end of the race. And yeah, we're actually going to stay out for another lap. And yeah, it's very marginal on these tyres. We're hoping they don't explode on us halfway through the lap, but yeah, Antonelli goes down the inside. He's got a superior tyre offset. We're not even going to fight it too much at this stage.
Okay,
Yeah, we decide to box at the end of lap 28. We managed to stick with Antonelli, fortunately, but yeah, it was time to get off these tyres. Didn't want to take any more of a risk. Now, hopefully, we can be supremely fast in this final stint. Going to emerge from the pit lane currently in P8. And that is simply lovely around Zandvoort. Alex Albon on the hard compound tyres up ahead as we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at the end of lap 30. And we go around the outside of Albon into turn 1. Lovely move there. Back up into P7. Charles Leclerc up ahead. But yeah, very good pace from the others at this point. Our tyres are not lasting that long. These softs feel absolutely horrible. Albon's actually going to look to come back down the inside as we dip a wheel on the gravel on the approach to turn 1, and he gets the position back. So not great there, not going to lie. Back down into P8. Penultimate lap now though. We only have a lap left to hopefully get back past the Williams man. We're looking to go on the attack straight away. So we're going to send it down the inside. We leave just enough room on the exit for Alex Albon, and we get the position back up into P7, but we have drained our battery in the process. So yeah, we're going to need to regenerate a bit of that for this final lap. But yeah, looking good so far up into P7. Albon is not done yet though. He is going to go back on the attack. He's going to dive down the inside into the final sector. We leave him plenty of room on the apex. But yeah, we managed to hold the outside and keep the position, all while Lewis Hamilton is rapidly approaching on them soft compound tyres behind us. So yeah, 1 lap left. We're going to burn the battery down to turn 1. Hamilton is going to look to attack Albon, so hopefully that is going to take the pressure off us. Nice little lift and coast into turn 1. Trying to save these tyres because they're nearing the 80% mark as well at this point. But fortunately, we managed to hold them off. Kimi Antonelli wins the Dutch Grand Prix here for the Mercedes team. Albon and Hamilton, fortunately, not close enough to challenge us. We managed to save the whole battery throughout the lap, so we're going to burn it down to the finish line. And yeah, P7 in the sprint race, P7 in the race. Good weekend, all things considered.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
So yeah, that was the Dutch Grand Prix here in the Red Bull Academy career mode. All things considered, without qualifying in the sprint and the main race, to pick up points in both is a good result. P5 in the constructors, sort of in no man's land, but yeah. Apologies, there was no qualifying, but like I said, there was a bit of a time crunch in filming this episode, but yeah. If you could please like, subscribe, show your support, it'd be much appreciated. Trying to hit 500 subs before the end of the year. And yeah, have a good evening, guys, and cheers.